My name is Bill from VandM, and this week it's all about inspiration.
For me, spring and inspiration go hand in hand. Here at the VandM main studios, each person on my team creates seasonal inspiration boards. This one is mine. It shows my favorite tears from home and fashion magazines. As you can tell from my spring inspiration, it's all about light colors, a balanced mix of neutrals and synthetics. There are touches of the 80s, and pattern is used in a bold, graphic way. The dollhouse in the top middle appeals to the architect in me. The watches capture what I see happening in all of design for spring. Simple, modern, clean lines with bold, graphic black, silver, and white with punctuations of traditional, in this case, the numerals. This board is from Vera, our customer service rep in the office. Before we get to this week's inventory, I thought I would share a story about the time I was fortunate enough to visit Achille Castiglione, the godfather of all Italian industrial design, at his studio. He's unfortunately deceased now, but when I was living in Milan, I had a chance to visit him at his studio. When I was at the studio, I asked him to show me his favorite design he ever did out of all of his designs. He went to a glass cabinet and pulled out a little film box. He opened it and unrolled what looked like an exposed scrap of film strip. He had cleverly cut out a nose shape from the center bottom and then two temple shapes to fit around the ear at each side. Since the film naturally curled, he was able to wear the strip as sunglasses. Then, when he was done, he took it off his face, and it automatically rolled up back into a ball, ready to be placed back in the box. It was pure genius. This is what I try to remember when I design. This week, two items that stand out for me were Ubermodern's two-piece walnut sideboard and a floor lamp attributed to Jacques Adnet. The Adnet looks a little bit like a crayfish, which I like. Next up, Needful Things brings us a pair of 1960s German chrome standing lamps. These very much remind me of the bedposts of Karl Lagerfeld's Paris apartment bed. Next up, From Here to Antiquity, is showing a mermaid and fisherman German Art Nouveau bronze vase. For those of you guys who know me, you know that I am absolutely crazy about Art Nouveau, especially Palissy. This week we'd also like to introduce The Arts of Spain, a new dealer with us. They're showing an amazing pair of Murano table lamps with custom gilt parchment shades, as well as a 19th century French tapestry canapé or sofa. No inspiration video would be complete without a mention of Sandra McIntosh's East Market Street Antiques. She's such an incredible curator and artist. I have so much admiration for her. So I've highlighted two of her items, a collection of vintage egg scales with brown glass eggs, as well as a collection of 19th century nautical beckets, priests, and monkey fists, which are mounted on museum bases. All this and more can be found at vandm.com, resource to the design trade and savvy public.